Hello all, it's Kendall Games here, and welcome back to Subnautica Below Zero. In this episode, well, in the last episode, I should probably say what I did first. I can't actually. Oh yes, I went to go search the Mercury, and I tested out some new toys. That's all there really was to it, really. But yeah, there was some success. I got some good supplies from the Mercury, well, at least the stern part of it. But yeah, that happened, and not really much else did. However, I do plan, I think I'm going to go looking around for Mystery Woman. I know who she is, but for the sake of the plot I won't say yet. For, what's it called? Anyone who hasn't watched yet. But yeah, at the very least I want to go explore the biome around it, because the Mercury broke into 3 pieces. And, well, the other 2 pieces are in the lily pad biome, a place you've not actually seen yet. I don't need that. There's a lot of stuff I don't actually need here. That's what I need. Alright, let's go. I'm not gonna waste time. Let's go. I've killed a fish. How great! Uh-oh! Resist to cease. I don't know. It's interesting how these things periodically fill themselves up after every save. Take that for the sake of it. We'll also take that. Oops. Oops. Oh. I need to stop doing that. Not really much to say really at the moment, if I'm honest. Just driving along, swimming, driving. Submarining? I don't know. But that's what I'm doing really. Travelling along. Dum da da da. So I suppose we could do some ASMR. We travel. I have just seen a fish, and those guys out there are very loud, and as a result, they drown out my ASMR. How unfortunate for that. Alright, we're here. Hello.
Warning, passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Oh. Oh, that's not fair. I want to scan the new thing. The nuked fish.
New creature discovered.
This fish is very intelligent. Or that, or it's just very smooth. Because yeah, it's protecting itself by hanging around another fish that will hurt me. Guess what? There are many more of these fish. I will scan this. Oh. The battery power is in... It's not even in the red, it's in the black. Like, what is this running on? I don't even have any spare batteries. That might be a problem. I'm not going to be using that for that. No. That sound is not at all spoopy to me. Whoa! I forgot about these guys. The glow whale. Oh! Oh, it's just one of them. Nothing to be as scared of. I'll tell you what's more scary is the fact that my power appears to be running out. I can't scan this. It looks like an alien Excalibur. The alien sword in the stone. Ha. I'm so funny.
New creature discovered.
I forgot about these as well. Look at that. So many cool things I forgot. I think these guys are friendly, aren't they? The juvenile vent garden. Not a threat. Okay.
Warning. Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Good to know. I want to be careful as well. Like, there are multiple things I'm looking for. Like, there's pieces of the Mercury down here. There's, well, the missing pilots, as it were. But there's also one of the old Terra bases is down here. And I want to try and find that, really. But I said, the Omega Lab, the base, the old Terra base that's down here. To me, it was by far the hardest one to find. By far. Oops. 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 I should probably stop doing that.
Warning.
Hello, this.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Good. one of my power cells dead? It was on 70 when I started this trip, and now... Hello, what's this? That's going to be useful. That is a good... Oh! You bought me. Okay, I'll take that, thank you. Made me jump there. %. One of them has been almost completely depleted. Hello. It's another piece of...
Bow of an astronautical sol transport vessel nearby. Vessel name, Mercury 2. Inoperative.
I found the front of the ship. Well, this is good. This is one of the things I was looking for. This was also one of the places I died a lot. Calling that Mercury. I know there's one other piece. I find it interesting how over time these lily pads have started growing around pieces of the wreck, even suspending pieces of it. Like, look at this. Yeah, this is a good find though, for the main reason. You might be able to see it already, but look what's on the floor there. Prawn suit. They have prawn suits aboard. There are, from what I remember, there are other places to find prawn suits in the game, mostly at Altera bases, from what I remember. But this is probably one of the easiest places to find, because the only other places I can think of that actually have them, well, Maida's I suppose counts. Oops, said her name. Oh well, since Maida, we'll get into her in a minute if we can find her, but yeah, she has one. There's the ones here. There's also ones at Outpost Zero, and the last ones are by one of the end game things. Alright, but for now I'll worry about those bits later. For now I just want to see if I can get in here. Because I'm almost... Well, there was a way in here, I'm sure. Hello. This isn't part of the Mercury, I don't think. Okay, so I've got that. I'll scan it. I don't really need that, but I'm scanning it just for the help of it. Like, the sea truck can have many different modules attached to it, but the truth is I never actually used a single one of them, even though I got the blueprints for most of them. I never used them at all. Because all they did in my mind was, well, I never even built them. They were a waste of resources. They'd slow me down, and they'd make me less maneuverable. Especially in a game where I said that it's hard for resources to get your hold of. How do I get in here? I know there's a way in. I will find it. I thought it was through the bottom, but maybe I'm tripping. Hold on. Where's the bridge? I need to stop doing that. How do we get in here? I must be tripping so hard. Like, where was that prawn suit? Like, from what I remember, wasn't the entrance right by that dropped prawn suit? But now I can't even find that. I'm probably being a massive idiot here, just to let know. kind of annoying me. Like, it can't be this hard, right? Where's that drop prawn suit? I don't... And that looks like something at least. Probably another aquarium fragment. It is. Again, not what I'm looking for really, but how can you lose? There was a dropped prawn suit on the ground with some boxes, and now I can't find it. Well, it was here by this piece suspended, wasn't it? Yeah. There it is. Oh, I am a massive idiot. But we have established this already. What is this? Oh, Chinese potato seed. Yeah, I'll keep that. They had Chinese potato seeds aboard. Here comes the trippy music again. Oh yeah, I forgot because we're this far down. Oxygen plants don't really help that much. Sealed?
New creature discovered. Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I should get a rebreather. Sealed? Why are they sealed? That's actually really useful. You want to know why? Well, it's dead. It's gone now. And the other battery... That's really good. Oh god, yeah, I might have to come back here later. Because as it stands right now... Yeah, this is not going to work. This is not going to work at all. Might surprise me. I think I know what's going to be in here, but surprise me game. What's in here? Nuclear rod. These are useful because they're quite expensive to reduce. So I'm probably not going to use them, but I'll take them just in case. Better to have them and not need them than to need them and not have them. Though I am a little bit concerned though that... Well, I can't search this wreck properly. I should probably invest in the rebreather, I think. I'll grab what I can. Because yeah, look at this. I'm losing... Yes. Apologies for the sudden cutout, just my mum wanting to speak to me quickly. But yes. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, I'm going to die in this wreck. No, that shouldn't be the plan. But I'm losing 3 oxygen a second, and I'm terrified to really go anywhere. Huh? Oh, so this is where the alien containment was. Like, I heard you could get the alien containment in this game, but I literally could never find it in this game. Ever. I literally could never ever find it.
My instincts are never wrong. Stefanos has always been overly cautious. He hates taking risks, which I suppose is understandable when you're in the back end of the galaxy. But no risk, no reward. Elliot finds evidence of alien architecture on a completely uncharted planet, and he expects me to ignore that? Orion's belt. I would be an absolute fool. We've done some scans, and while there aren't a lot of mineral resources on this planet, there is decent biodiversity. Teams go out in the morning. There should be a significant specimen and sample haul for biopatenting, which will be split among the crew as part of the Discovery Clause. Let's see Stefanos and everyone else complain when they have a few more Sol Transgov credits in their uniform pockets. They'll learn to trust my instincts at some point.
Most interesting. I never actually got to listen to that audio log, because I said I had no idea where the alien containment was, because I heard it was in this game, but I literally couldn't find it. Probably because I felt like I was really rushed in my search. But yeah, they came here as an expeditionary force by the look of it. And yeah, well, it looks like the plan did not work out, because as you can clearly see, I'm now... Well, I'm not going to waste battery on that right just now. I've not got the thing. And it's easy to get disorientated. I'm not going to push my luck. Like, at the very least, I'm going to get a rebreather, because yeah, this is becoming a bit too costly for me, in my opinion. I've made good progress, as it were. I'm happy, but oof, I don't want to push my luck, as I said, I will die in here if I continue searching. But I want to do more. I'm a bit of an impasse now, but I feel like I'm kind of running out of time anyway, even without the frickin'... What's it called? What's through here?
Sol should pay me more to lead these missions. I saved the whole damn crew from destruction. Mercury 2 was nearly obliterated by an immensely powerful energy beam. I don't know any weapon system with that level of capability. The power source to get that kind of range must be, well, otherworldly. We got lucky. The energy signature is similar to some of the weaponry meant to counter pirates on mining freighters. The refraction of the beam across the atmosphere? Orion's belt. It looked like the Northern Lights. Such power. I fired the emergency flares and dumped water from the nuclear core. I think the heat signature confused the weapons tracking for just an instant. I managed a slight evasive maneuver, and I felt the Mercury get rocked by the sonic boom as the nuclear runoff rapidly evaporated. That alone could have taken us out. Definitely asking for a pay raise. This is not what I signed up for. My days of risky missions should be behind me. But what the hell? I still got it. Even if it was luck. Hopefully, whatever didn't want us on the planet doesn't mind when we leave.
Alright, so I want to listen to that again, because I didn't never get a chance to hear this one either.
Sol should pay me more to lead these missions.
One specific
I
part.
saved the whole damn crew from destruction. Mercury 2 was nearly obliterated by an immensely powerful energy beam. I don't know any weapon system with that level of capability. The power source to get that kind of range must be, well, otherworldly. We got lucky. The energy signature is similar to some of the weaponry meant to counter pyro.
It's that part there where it talks about an energy beam. That sounds like the gun that shot down the Aurora in the first game. And the Gassy as well. Because I was always wondering or something like how this ship crashed. Because I never really explained, but I suppose it was. But as I said, I never found that PDA either. That's actually really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. As I said, I was talking about this in the last episode actually, how there was a strong ribbon plants growing in here. There's another one.
We need to get off this planet. I mean, the morning started out so well. I took a team of 6 out to find the structures from the planetary scans, and we were all in high spirits. I mean, who wouldn't be? These structures would be clues to another sentient race. It was highly unlikely that another colony would be out this far. We were gonna be in the frickin' history books. Everything was going okay. We were a few miles from the ship when our radios picked up an actual signal. It sounded like an SOS. We got overly excited naturally and decided to enter the water to follow it. That decision cost 3 lives. I mean, half my team.
Bro.
They got ripped to shreds by something. They died screaming, alone in the cold, dark waters. I'm not going back in that godforsaken ocean again. I refuse. And some of the animals on this planet, they look sick too. Weird pustules on the skin, oddly sluggish. I think we should leave. But Diana said we should stay. She thinks the biopatent payoffs would be worth it, but those families will never see their loved ones again. They don't care about no payoffs. We can't return the bodies. I don't care about the accolades or the history books. I just want to see Layla and the kids. Ah, man. I miss the smell of my wife's hair. The kids tackling me at the door again. That's all I want. To get out of here alive. Please.
I never got a chance to hear that PDA either. That one's a lot more heavy hitting, I suppose. But yeah, again, this was a long time ago, but I've seen the vid because they're talking about the Kavar. They came here when Kavar, well, was at its most potent. Alright, so judging by this, this was the sleeping quarters. Alright, if I'm careful. There are freaking ribbon plants growing in here. What's that? Reinforced dive suit. Whoa! Like, sorry if this seems a bit, what's it called? Fake or anything, but I promise you it's not. I'm actually seeing things that I've not actually seen before. I did not know you could get the reinforced dive suit in this game. As I said, I think because my search was, well, this was a new, as I said, I've only ever played this game one time before. I was kind of freaked out because I had no idea what to expect. All that kind of fun stuff. Blah, 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 blah. But yeah, or something. I had a feeling there'd be stuff I might not necessarily have seen. And it appears true. I'm actually quite excited with that. That's really cool. I don't want to push my luck much further though, because yeah, sooner or later I feel like I'm going to do something stupid. It's going to get me killed. I see a lack of oxygen plants and this makes me uncomfortable. And the fact that I'm losing oxygen this quickly.
Warning, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
So I've got to remember as well, I am literally over 240 meters below the surface. That's quite bad. But hey, look, if I search all these rooms, at least when I come back, because I'm gonna come back to this place, because I want to see if there's anything else I've missed. This is the cafeteria. This is the crew quarters. I'm finding stuff that I've never seen before. Hey, look, oh god, yeah, but I really hate how the oxygen is just depleting. And this is what I mean. Panic, don't know where I'm going, get disorientated, die. That is the story of how I died many times in this part specifically. It was this part of the Mercury that I died in. Because the other part was not too hard to navigate. Because it was smaller, I suppose. This one's much more twisty. And the third piece, well, the third piece is quite small. There was barely anything to it. I've already been in here. What am I doing? Just checking around. Oh!
Well, we landed safely, despite my apprehension. Diana, damned adrenaline junkie, took one of her defining risks and it paid off. Why hire me as the maintenance engineering officer if you aren't going to listen to their advice? Ah, Papa. I didn't go to school for 8 years and get 3 degrees for nothing. I tried to convince Diana that we don't need to stop for repairs. That's what the drift drive and the secondary propulsion system are for. It's just a bit slower. But she's in charge, not me. On the plus side, I get to work with Yasmin. I didn't know she was such a busybody. She's been going around the whole ship giving folks a hand. I think she was getting on Diana's nerves, so she assigned Yasmin to me. She's helping me inspect and repair the thruster systems. I thought I was the most mechanically inclined person on the ship, but I think she has me beat. She can definitely teach me a thing or two, as long as I don't get too distracted by her smile. She's got the best smile.
This is actually cool, because I don't think I've ever actually seen this part of the Mercury before. Or if I did, I completely missed past the parts that were actually there for me to grab. I might call it soon as well, because I realise I've been going on for quite a long time now. I'm going to do one more dive and then I'm going to call it, I think. But the search will continue. Oh, just when the plot thickens though. I was really enjoying seeing things I'd not seen before. I was enjoying it quite a lot. That annoys me. Right, so this was the cafeteria. I can extend this if I grab that oxygen plant. That did not help a lot though. I'm going back. Oh well. As it stands, what's it called? I think I might call it now, because I said I don't want to push my luck any further than I already have. So I think I might call it here. So I suppose there's nothing more really to say other than thank you for watching. This has been Kendall Games. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.